Hello, and welcome to Four Little Bears. This is a 12 Days of Christmas special, day 12, and this is the last day, so it is bittersweet. But I am using the Spellbinders Holiday Fun Advent Calendar. So today, let's make a glueless spine booklet with a free PDF as my Christmas present to you. In day 12, I opened up some cute little stickers. This was the original planner that I had made with the door, but I thought it's way too late to be doing a Christmas planner. Christmas is in like a day or 2 days. So I made for you a PDF and also a free printable of this cute little planner for January. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this and it'll be a cute little Christmas present for you guys. Hopefully you'll make one and enjoy it. Start by cutting 2 pieces of recycled chipboard at 6 1/4 by 4 3/4. And then 2 pieces of designer paper. Of course, on my Christmas one, I used the door, but I want to make this one brand new for January. So for this, you'll need 2 that are 7 1/4 by 5 3/4. And these will be the front and back outside covers of our little booklet here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and cut my inside pieces at 6 1/4 by 4 3/4. You'll notice in the PDF, I didn't add this step in until later, and that's because I don't want you to add this in until after some other things are on here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it just to get the cutting out of the way, but don't forget to not put that on until later. Also, we need 8 of these little lock mechanisms that are going to lock our signatures into place. We'll need 8 that are 5 1/2 by about 7/8 inches. They just need to be a little bit smaller than an inch. So on this one, I'm lining it up on the opposite side because I can do that on this trimmer, just because it's easier to find that 7/8 of an inch. All right, and then I just need to corner round the edges. When I first saw this project, I think it was on Maybe Made It, and she only corner rounded 2 of the edges that are toward the top. That's totally acceptable. Also, check out her video. She's the one who definitely made this first that I'm aware of. I'm sure other people have made it too, but she has a really good tutorial on this. Then you're just going to cover your front and back the same way you would any other album cover or anything like that. Just going around with the bone folder around the edges so that it folds up really nicely. Again, I'm using Echo Park paper, so I know that this folds around really nicely. If yours is prone to cracking, definitely work that over a lot more. But I'm kind of spoiled to this Echo Park. I know it's going to fold around just really nicely. And I'm just going to go around the edges using my bone folder to make sure those get stuck down nice and tight. Now stop here. I'm just showing you to stop and don't put on that piece. It's tempting to go ahead and finish off the inside of that page, but don't, because we want to put down our accordion fold first. And optionally a ribbon. Now for my spine, I need one piece that is 2.5 by 12. And then one that's 2.5 by 9. And this is the special accordion fold part of our glueless binding. Then I'm just going to take the 9-inch piece and score it at 1 inch at the middle, making sure my bees are going the right direction. And I just want to score that at 1 inch in the middle section so that it gives me a good spot to glue together. That way I make sure I get the correct glue spot. And then just line those pieces up with the pattern as best as I can. You're not going to really be able to see it once the binding's all in place. Now for the scoring on this, you're going to need 2 inches on either side, left and right, and then 1 inch intervals in between. So I'm just going at 2 inches first and then scooting my paper 1 inch down and scoring as much as I can, an inch at a time. And I have just enough to do all of the 1 inch scores, and then I'll need to flip it around and do a 2 inch score for that very last score line. All right, so now we just fold that accordion. So 2 inches on either side are going to be glue tabs. And then we're just going to accordion fold, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, all the way across. And the mountains are going to be what we slide our signatures through. So when you lay it flat, it'll be flat glue piece, mountain, valley, so on and so forth until you get to the last mountain flat piece. And I think I want that yellow to be my outside spine and the blue to be in the inside as a nice little contrast. That was the hardest part. So now that the hard part is done, well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe centering is the hardest part, at least for me. So now we're going to approximately center the accordion onto the front and back covers. So you're just going to glue that 2-inch section down. And I am using a ruler, but it's very loose. You don't really have to center it because you can just line up your pages before you cut them on the next one. And I'll kind of show you how that's done. So just approximate the center here. Then I'm going to add glue to the back of the other glue tab and line everything up as it will be when the book is put together. And that way your front and back should line up perfectly. Now, if you don't want a ribbon cover, or if you don't want a ribbon tie, you could go ahead and do your inside covers now. But I would like a little piece of ribbon to tie this down. So it's optional, but you can add at least 8 inches of ribbon to each edge. You can even do 10 or 12, anything you need to make sure you can get a pretty bow at the end. You can always trim it off later. I believe in the directions I originally put 4 inches of ribbon. You need at least 8. All right, and once those are kind of taped in place, just glue the inside covers on top of the spine and the ribbon. Be careful of that accordion, it will get in the way. Same with the other side. I want to make sure I get glue underneath the ribbon and on top so that it's really in there really well. And I'm actually going to put glue on the top and bottom of this, again, just to make sure that it is glued down all over really nicely and all the way up to the edges. Okay, I did provide for you a free template if you want to make your own pages, because these can get kind of tricky. This is the first and second pages. They need to be printed front and back. There's also a free printable that I've provided based on my original artwork. It is a January planner. So to print either of these, you're going to want to make sure that you're printing it on both sides. And for me, I need to flip it on the long edge. But definitely test your printer to make sure that it's working right by printing out the template first. For mine, I also want to make sure that it is printing actual size. And you're going to get this printout. So for these pages, you need to cut them all. There's only 4 pages here, 4 actual printer pages. You need to cut them in half on the long side at 5.5, and try to keep these pages in order. Try to keep it top and bottom like this, because signature 1 is at the top, signature 2 is at the bottom of that page, and it's going to go top, bottom, all the way through. Oh, also you need to do borderless printing. I did not do that. That's why I have a weird border at the top. But anyway, you're going to fold pages in half on the 8.5-inch side at 4.25 inches. And again, try to keep that in order. It'll go top, bottom as far as your pages go. I really hope you guys print out and enjoy this free printable and the coloring page on the front and the back. I did leave the back of each coloring page blank. That way, if you put something behind it, you can color with whatever you want to color with. I'll just color mine though with colored pencils, so it's not going to be a big deal. Also, I should have mentioned this is regular printer paper. It's nothing fancy for the actual pages themselves. So now that all my pages are done, I'm just going to add a washi tape strip to the center fold to reinforce the pages. And I'll do that front and back for two reasons. First of all, it reinforces the pages, makes them less likely to rip because it is just printer paper. Um, the other thing is it actually makes it really pretty on the outside of the book because you're actually going to see pieces of this washi tape spine. As I do this, I guess I should have explained a little bit better what exactly we're doing here. So this is a glueless spine mechanism, I think is what you call it. Again, I think I found this on May Made It is where I found it first. A lot of people have made it since that I've seen kind of hanging around, but I will link to her video below if I can find it because it is really, really good. Of course, she gives amazing tutorials. I really also hope you enjoy the free PDF that is provided, both the template and the January calendar. I really wanted to give you guys something special for Christmas, and this is my gift to you guys, so I really hope you enjoy it and make it yourself. All right. So this is what I was talking about earlier, how you're going to line it up. We just want to line up the page where we want and then mark center, top, and bottom where that spine is going to be. Once that's marked, I'm going to use washi tape on my trimmer because I can go ahead and take it off later and just line it up with my pencil marks. Maybe be a little generous with those, just a tiny bit so that I don't have to struggle. And then I want to lift my blade and put it in the center of that piece so that it's only cutting between the washi tape. You don't want to cut all the way up and down, just the center piece. Then I'm just going to test fit it to make sure it fits on that mountain fold. And I will do that with each of the signatures. Again, just making sure that I'm cutting only in the center there. Once those are all done, we're going to slide this in to assemble the booklet. We'll just slide the first signature through the first mountain fold and then shimmy the locking mechanism through that mountain fold through the center of it, and that's what locks it into place. And you just go down and do all the pages the same way. Shimmy the mountain fold through, and then the locking mechanism through the center of that mountain. This to me, when I first saw how it was done, it was like magic. I did not understand how it was working. I still don't, but it's still magic, but it works. I like this also because it's really easy to change out these pages. You could keep this book for a really long time and just change out the pages using that template to make yourself a new template anytime you want a different book. And again, that is the original color page that I had made a few years ago, but I really loved it. So I kind of used that for inspiration for this booklet. And there it is. I think it turns out so cute with that yellow on the spine and the blue washi tape that kind of hangs out at the top. To decorate, I'll just put a little sentiment on top that is good for me to remember about busy bees taking time to smell the flowers or something like that. With 4 little bears, I definitely need to remember this. And that is it. It is all finished. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you get some good use out of it. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Every little bit counts. Merry Christmas, guys. I hope you've had a wonderful holiday season, and I really hope you enjoyed this series as much as I did. I had so much fun making this. As always, guys, stay safe, stay blessed, and have an amazing holiday season.